Summary of The Search. Finding Meaningful Work in a Post-Career World, by Bruce Feiler, written and narrated by Janky Mind. Introduction. The Search serves as a guide for discovering meaningful employment, posing thought-provoking inquiries and offering numerous real-life instances of individuals who, liberated from outdated work conventions, have reshaped their lives and scripted their own tales of work and achievement. In recent times, an increasing number of individuals are assuming command over their careers. This frequently entails leaving their current positions without a definite next step in place. In the United States alone, an extraordinary million people are resigning from their jobs each week. The rate of people voluntarily leaving their jobs, also known as the quit rate, has been consistently rising. Presently, nearly one-third of individuals resign from their jobs annually, and an equivalent portion restructure their work arrangements to pursue different interests or allocate more time to their families. The landscape is evolving. People no longer seek merely employment, they aspire to find work that holds significance. You, too, can capitalize on this emerging work environment and, importantly, attain the fulfillment you truly deserve. But how can you achieve this? This is where this audiobook comes into play. Initially, it's essential to re-evaluate your beliefs regarding work. Subsequently, you should reflect on your aspirations and actively pursue your personal dream. Lastly, it's crucial to take charge and craft your distinct narrative of professional growth. Chapter 1: 3 Misconceptions about Work. To start off, let's dispel some misconceptions that you may hold about work. These misconceptions can be better described as lies. Lie number 1. I have a defined career path. Throughout history, work has not always been regarded favorably. Even in the Garden of Eden, work was seen as a consequence of disobeying God. The very roots of the word for work in many languages carry negative meanings. For instance, words like travail in French and trabajo in Spanish have origins related to the concept of torture. However, by the early 16th century, people gained more control over their lives. Advancements in literacy and numeracy, the transition from agriculture to industry, and the emergence of the term career occurred. Frank Parsons, in the early 1900s, founded an office to aid others in making wise career choices, despite his own lack of long-term job commitments. This approach popularized the use of a visual representation of one's career, the resume. Soon, employers began requesting resumes from job applicants. This linear view of work has proven limiting. Deviating from the predefined career path or spending too much or too little time in a single job can negatively impact your resume. However, the modern work landscape is anything but linear. Technological advancements have brought about shifts in work and required skills. It's now crucial to not only focus on periods of stability but also on times of instability, moments of adversity, or the realization that change is needed. To comprehend this idea, Bruce Feiler introduced the term workquake. Lie number 2. I have a set path. What does workquake mean? Feiler defines it as a disruptive, transformative, or evaluative moment that redirects our work in a meaningful manner. Workquakes can result from various triggers such as changing jobs, returning to education, experiencing job loss, becoming a parent, or, as seen recently, enduring a pandemic. While workquakes can be unsettling, they also present opportunities for personal growth, rejuvenation, and introspection. They allow us to redefine the narrative of our lives. These disruptions are becoming more frequent and diverse, carrying lasting effects. Feiler notes that individuals, on average, encounter a workquake every 2 years and 10 months, with women experiencing them 22% more often than men. In essence, this means that none of us follows a set path anymore. It often involves letting go of advice like follow your dreams or pursue your passions with determination. Feiler's research revealed that merely 38% of people are engaged in careers they dreamed of as children or teenagers, and a mere 12% are pursuing their passions. So, should you devise a plan to follow? Not necessarily. While some individuals may possess a clear plan, such as aspiring to become a doctor, most people's plans deviate due to unforeseen encounters, events, or circumstances. Feiler refers to these as butterflies, drawing from the concept of the butterfly effect. Through his interviews, he found that everyone who experienced an unexpected shift in their career could pinpoint their butterfly, whether it was a person, an experience, or an object. Thus, Feiler advises us to follow your butterfly. Lie number 3. I have one singular job. In today's world, hardly anyone is limited to just a single job, they often juggle multiple roles. Feiler's research uncovered that the average person holds 3.5 jobs. The term job has expanded to encompass not only paid work but also responsibilities like serving on nonprofit boards or caring for children. Even if unpaid work is excluded, Feiler found that 63% of individuals have more than one job. Beyond this, people also invest time in relationships, parenting, social media, and personal health. Every role undertaken can be seen as a job. Feiler dubs this evolving definition of work as Work 360, within which he identifies 5 common job types. The primary job is your main focus. What does it represent for you? Is it your primary source of income, the activity that consumes most of your time, or perhaps the core source of personal meaning? This definition isn't always straightforward. Surprisingly, fewer than half of Americans currently possess a primary job. In fact, only 39% do. Then there's the side job, often referred to as a side hustle, which may offer additional income, meaning, future prospects, or a mix of these. It can serve as a pathway to self-employment while maintaining stability through the primary job. Feiler's research indicates that around 75% of individuals hold at least one side job. The hope job is the third category, involving pursuits undertaken in one's spare time, writing novels, selling homemade goods, with the hope that these endeavors will eventually blossom into something more significant. Astonishingly, 89% of people engage in a hope job, spanning activities like writing memoirs, crafting comics, making jewelry, performing burlesque, or starting new businesses. People are willing to dedicate their free time to such endeavors if they bring happiness. Next is the care job, which involves tending to others, whether children, parents, or neighbors. These roles may not yield monetary gain, but they contribute to a sense of purpose. Lastly, ghost jobs represent personal struggles that hold a significant impact similar to a job. Remarkably, 93% of Feiler's participants experienced internal battles that resemble jobs. These ghost jobs can encompass workplace discrimination, self-confidence challenges, financial stress, and more. Acknowledging the existence of these internal struggles is vital to prevent people from suffering in silence. So, in summary, we've debunked 3 misconceptions about work. But are there any truths? Well, indeed, there is one. Chapter 2, There is a singular truth about work. Work is undergoing a transformation, marked by heightened instability and uncertainty. Yet, within this shifting landscape, there exists greater freedom, options, and opportunities. The question remains, who can serve as a guide through this evolving realm of work? The answer isn't surprising. The one indisputable truth about work is this: only you possess the capacity to aid yourself and determine the path you must tread. This is the focus of our discussion ahead. Pause for a moment to contemplate your own understanding of work and success. Work represents a delicate equilibrium between time, effort, and finances on one side, and significance, purpose, and joy on the other. Success, conversely, lies in how this equilibrium aligns with the broader scope of your life. Does your work resonate with your self-perception? Does it mirror your values and harmonize with those of your family, community, and nation? In contemporary times, there's no need to conform to society's predefined notion of success. Instead, the onus rests upon you to seize the reins of your personal success narrative and define precisely what success signifies to you. But how can you accomplish this? Allow me to introduce 3 steps that collaboratively constitute what Bruce Feiler calls a meaning audit. The inaugural step of your audit involves revisiting your past. Reflect on your initial notions about work. Were there cherished career aspirations that you never pursued? Did you let go of certain aspects of yourself along the way? Delve into the teachings you received regarding work, money, and success. Bring forth any long-dormant themes that have shaped your life. Frequently, people unearth their true calling through introspective emotional exploration. Proceeding to the second step, scrutinize your present circumstances. Ponder over your current priorities. What holds significance for you at this juncture? How does this differ from your priorities 2, 5, or 10 years ago? Where do your primary focus and devotion lie? Is it centered on your individual growth, the well-being of your loved ones, or the betterment of your community? In a world where we have the liberty to shape our identities, pursuits, and affiliations as we desire, the vast expanse of choices can be overwhelming, causing a sense of paralysis, especially when endeavoring to craft our own narratives. This is where the ABCs of meaning become relevant. A denotes agency, encompassing your actions, creations, autonomy, freedom, and mastery. B signifies belonging, capturing your relationships with family, friends, colleagues, and cherished individuals. C symbolizes cause, embodying your mission or purpose. These facets compose the I, we, and the dimensions of your narrative. Reflect on the time you allocate to each aspect. Have these proportions altered over time? What holds significance for you now? Lastly, the culminating step is to forge your future. Utilizing insights gleaned from the initial 2 steps, commence the process of envisioning your future. While this journey may not be devoid of challenges, and not every aspect may be under your control, if your goal is to unearth meaning in your work, resist the temptation to merely update your resume, submit job applications, and partake in interviews. These steps are secondary, or perhaps even optional. If your path ahead appears uncertain, you can commence by posing 6 fundamental questions to yourself, an exploration we shall delve into in the forthcoming section. Chapter 3: Who, What, When, Where, Why, and How. For each of these questions, you need to ask yourself about your past, present, and future in a similar way to the meaning audit you just carried out. So let's go. Who? Begin by reflecting on who you aspire to be. Look back at your past and consider the work-related values instilled by your parents. Were there any negative influences? Evaluate who currently holds a significant role in your life. Is it your boss, spouse, parent, or someone else? Have you encountered a transformative person who guided you? Now, contemplate the kind of person you desire to become. Complete the sentence, I want to be the kind of person who. Becoming your own guiding force can be deeply fulfilling. What? Think of this as the plot of your story. Define what you wish to do. Reflect on your role models from childhood. What traits did you admire? Consider your current work, the best and worst aspects, and the emotions it evokes. Reflect on your past, present, and future. Complete the sentence, I want to do work that. Clarify your ambitions based on your reflections. When? Explore the timing of your story. When did your work journey begin? Was it in childhood or later? Consider the present. Is it the right time for change? Should you plan or follow your intuition? Reflect on your current phase in life by completing this sentence. I'm at a moment in my life when. Remember, this is not a permanent answer, as circumstances will evolve. Where? Envision your ideal environment. Complete the sentence. I want to be in a place that. Recall where you wished to be as a child and why. Think about your desired location now. Imagine where you want to be in the future, possibly transitioning from discomfort to authenticity. Why? Reflect on your purpose. Explore patterns of pain, childhood interests, and persistent problems. Consider themes of injustice, helplessness, escape, identity, and money. Reflect on stories that resonate with you and shape your narrative. Complete the sentence. My purpose right now is. Define your purpose. How? Address the practical aspect of your journey. Recall the best work-related advice you've received and from whom. Reflect on change and how you can grant yourself permission to evolve. Conclude with your own advice. The best advice I have for myself is. Discover the wisdom within you. Compile the completed statements to outline the draft of your next work story chapter. Expand upon this foundation as you move forward, building a narrative that aligns with your values, aspirations, and newfound clarity. Summary. Rule 1. Unearth triumph through exploration. Craft your unique narrative by delving into your memories and uncovering dormant aspirations. Rule 2. Triumph is a joint endeavor, not an individual conquest. Abandon the notion of self-sufficiency and connect with your community. Rule 3. Discover your triumph in significance. Disregard external opinions on success. What does success signify to you personally? Lastly, Rule 4. Your triumph is your personal tale. It's a reflection of your desires, not a destination, but an ongoing account with an open conclusion. Your narrative remains a masterpiece in progress, and you are its author. This audiobook summary was brought to you by Janky Mind. We hope you enjoyed it.